starting off as a missionary, I think we saw generosity because people were always gracious to us and generous to us to help meet our needs. But also we think of the times that we're able to be generous to other people. And it's such a blessing. I know one thing that really stands out to Cindy and I is we had friends who had a teenage daughter, and we had a car that we were going to get rid of. It was still in good shape. We could have sold it, but we just gave it to her. And just the joy that it brought on her face to just, while she was there, to hand her the keys to the car was, you know, amazing. But, you know, and it's not just objects, it's money and our time that we've always tried to be generous with and help people with.
I think when we're generous with other people, we really get a sense of how God can meet our needs. We are able to have savings. I heard someone say once that we have savings so that we're able to help others. If we're always in a position where we don't, quote unquote, have enough, then we don't feel like we can be generous with other people. But when we're careful and when we're intentional with how we use and steward our money, we're able to be generous with others, and we're able to meet needs when we see them.
Well, I think the first thing we have to understand is the world starts right outside our own doors. And you know, when God gave the Great Commission, He gave it for Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the uttermost parts of the earth. And so when we start being generous and we start giving and serving right outside our door, it does snowball into the rest of the world. And as Fellowship here, we want to reach the east side to reach the world. We need more people to do that. And so I think when we give our talents and time to God and are generous with that, it helps us to have that impact of fulfilling the Great Commission of the people right outside.
When I think of activities that we've been able to do, events like Fall Blast, which for those of us who are newer to Fellowship, maybe that wasn't even a thought in anyone's mind, but when we were able to put on Fall Blast not once but twice in the same fiscal year, it was just an amazing reflection of the generosity of people and the over and above giving, and we were able to do that and to reach our community. We were able to reach out into the east side and show people, you know, a really great time, but we were also able to reach them with the gospel and make those connections with people in the neighborhood. And we've been seeing more and more people coming to Fellowship Orange from the neighborhood, and it's just been a fantastic ride.
I think, you know, being the care pastor and always giving care to people in the ministry, it's not just going and sitting with someone, but sometimes sitting with them for length of time. And so being generous also means giving up your own time. And Cindy and I have always served and always had a heart for people. In fact, we spent our 25th wedding anniversary in the hospital, and we had dinner out of the vending machines. She had a Hot Pocket. I had microwavable White Castle hamburgers. And that was a memorable time, our 25th anniversary, in the quietness of the hospital. But we felt a blessing to be able to serve and to be there for people because they needed our, not just our appearance, but our time as well. And sometimes it means giving up what we want to do and giving our time to people and being generous with them.
Right. So something like giving up your 25th anniversary is not something that most people would be overjoyed at doing, but for us it was a blessing because we're able to minister to this family. We were able to see this young woman healed. She is physically well. She has a family. They're serving the Lord. Their kids are now, you know, growing and are teenagers themselves, and it's a pleasure to see their family serving Christ.